So, welcome, Steve. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm very, very excited that you've completed the Akashic Record Keeping Guides 8-week workshops with me. And I just wanted to ask you, what was it like for you? Maybe what inspired you to take the course in the first place? And how did you feel before starting the workshops?
Well, I'll write what I got down here because this is
Mhm.
what inspired me. I was working with mediumship for a number of years, and I had found that the energy had changed. The energy had dropped off for me, and I was finding that I could not and did not want to work with this slower energy. And I found that I needed something more uplifting and faster, something that I really could help myself enjoy and all the people I meet to find my fulfillment and joy. So I did go back to mediumship now and again, but to me, all the time, the energy was way too low for me. So I just needed to run on a faster level. And then researching modalities and different other modalities, bought some books on the Akashic Records, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. I'd like to do that. And then Lily was also wanted to get on board with it. So then I me and Lily said, come on, and let's go and find an Akashic reader just to even have a reading, see what comes like. And then Lily picked yourself, and she said, "What to me?" She said, "What do you think about Catherine?" I said, "Yeah, she's the one. She's the one." And then it all started then with our Akashic reading, which was out of this world, which was so much information, and it just everything seemed to synchronize for us. And we thought, yes, this is the energy that we want to work in. And then of course then had the course with you. And well, it's still, this course is still ongoing because there's so much information there, so much you can go back on. So I think all the course is like a lifetime experience here because you can just go back for so much more. Especially with retrograde, Mercury in retrograde, then you go back and you go back on things, and you activate your Merkaba. So it's not only just one time that you can sort of just use something. You can go back again and then see what it feels like then when you activate your Merkaba. Well, not the one, the two, and then and just it does help you. It does help you with things and with the changes. So it just goes to show that it's not just, it is for now, but it's ongoing. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. And well, I mean, I wanted to say how lucky you and Lily are to have each other to go on this journey together because a lot of people that I deal with, they're in relationships with people that are unawakened. So they're doing all their awakened work on their own. So the two of you can, bounce information off of each other. And I had forgotten about that thought process of how even though I give you the 8 weeks initial training, it's the foundation, and then you take it further and you
Absolutely.
constantly go back to it, and it sort of sets you up for, what the next 10 years or however long it is,
Yeah.
maybe longer. We'll see. It's like a foundation to move you forward. So yeah, okay, well that's good.
Yeah, because yeah, it just keeps on giving really, and it's so it's so exciting. Like going into the dragons and different things, just getting information for yourself, and it's always, to me, it always changes everything. It's like as we're developing, it's always changing, and I want to take my time with. That's why I've taken my time with it. One, because of work also, but the other one, it's always exciting to leave your work behind and then go into the records, go in with the dragons, and it reminds you of what we're here for, to
Mhm.
help each other and awaken each other. But like you said, it's if you're on this journey on your own, it could be a bit of a tough one because obviously you can liaise with people on WhatsApp and stuff like that, but to have that togetherness, because like me and Lily have worked through mediumship, we've worked with everything together. So you're right. So we bounce off each other, and then Lily comes up with some stuff, I come up with some, and we go, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's like really, really good moments together of experience.
And that's also interesting because some of the people that I've taught have then outgrown their partners and they can no longer stay with them. And they're most welcome to stay with that partner or that husband or that wife or whatever. But if that person isn't ready to go on the spiritual journey, then they do sometimes leave them and then move on to work with other people. But
Yeah,
I do find that the community, we've got that lovely community on the WhatsApp group. Uh,
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely keeps me inspired and motivated all the time to keep going because everybody's so
Growing.
yeah, it's always growing, and you tend to put on some really nice messages every day, or at least once a week. I'm hearing from you
Yeah.
some lovely, beautiful, uplifting messages.
Oh, well, it just comes to me sometimes. I'm just in work, especially in the mornings,
Yeah,
and then I just get a nudge from spirit, just right then, put out a nice little message. Whatever
yeah.
comes. I go on my phone, and whatever comes, that's what I give at that time, and I feel it's right at that time.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I definitely, and sometimes it happens to me. I tend to work really early in the mornings painting, and
Yeah,
all of a sudden I have to drop everything and go and do a download from the Record Keepers and Guides or from a dragon or whatever. So
yeah,
that early hours in the morning where it feels like the veil's still quite thin and they can come
absolutely.
through us and yeah, it's really, really beautiful. So by doing the 8 week workshop with me, I think I give you all those skills that you can use to open up to the Ascended Masters. And I still think that the Merkaba is key. Uh,
Oh, definitely, definitely.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It makes such a big difference to get you up fully into that fifth dimension so that it's easier for them to get to you. So I know that a lot of dragons hang out in the seventh dimension, and they can talk to us much easily in the fifth
Yeah,
dimension rather than in the third dimension, where the energy can be very heavy
yeah.
and thick and that sort of thing.
And it's when I connect with them, no matter how long it's been, when I connect with them, they just, as soon as I do the prayer see with the dragons and all, they're already downloading me already. So I always get my piece of paper ready, or
Yes,
my book, and then it's like I'm ready to work with them. It's like there's never been no disconnection. It's always been a connection, and I've always got that belief that they're always there when I want to call on them.
yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
It's not like it's even if I gotta try, I just know it's there. It's just a knowing. I know it's there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like say, like with the mediumship, that seems to have like dropped off in that way. But then they've also put it into a reading. If somebody asks me questions about, their partners, who they're with, or their children, then Spirit and then Akashic Records, sorry, they seem to give me that information. So I think there is a little bit of a mixed information, but it's much more powerful. It's much more faster, and it's much more precise.
Okay.
There have been a few people that I've given readings that's come back to me and asked me if I had my own, started my own business yet. But I said, no, I haven't started yet. We're halfway through it. But I just, I'm, I just waiting, for when it's all right. But halfway through it. So,
Absolutely. No, I totally get that. And I've taught a lot of students, and you have to be 100% ready to take that step.
yes.
Full-time Akashic record reader. This is what I do every day.
Yeah.
To be comfortable with that. And I personally I did a nice, slow, gentle move from one business to the other. So I now do
Yeah.
much more of my Akashic record readings. And I just kept a few clients that I still like on the branding side and the
Absolutely.
side.
But they just send me messages sometimes, and I just send them messages, and ask me advice about stuff. So I just give them a little bit of advice, what I feel at that time.
Yeah.
You know, if they want to take that advice, then they can take it. But they always say, "Oh, thanks for the advice," or whatever. but not a reading. I say I don't do free readings no more.
No,
I've done
no, no, you must.
that now. So, I don't mind a little bit of advice or whatever, but like I said, Tom, I'm not going into the records. This is what's just coming off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But like you said, Catherine, like you said, sometimes you just get downloaded,
I
and
do.
when
Yeah.
information,
Yeah.
and I want to see it for the highest good of everyone, and that's what's in my mind, and if people speak to me at that time, I just tell them whatever comes from my mind without opening the records. Sometimes they gotta learn themselves and try and work it out themselves. It's like, and what the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides have always told me
Yes.
to do the work. And they've also said that to I've also said that to a lot of people I read for. I said, well, the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides, I don't know if they've ever said that to you, Catherine, but they said, no, you're here to do the work. You have to do the work yourself.
Oh, yeah.
That is where you're going to progress,
Oh, yes. That was actually one of the questions I was going to ask you. Have they given you, what sort of guidance have they given you to help you make important life decisions for yourself? Have you, and that would be one of them. They come forward and they say, take responsibility.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, they don't like talking too much about the future because they say it's unwritten.
Yeah.
But they can give you a lot of information about your divine blueprint. So what you intended to happen, what you wanted to achieve in this lifetime. So that they can give you.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you to do the work, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But
Yeah.
it's like also with my back, with the back problems I've got, because also I've had some me and Tom have been doing some readings together, just helping them. I haven't thing for a couple of weeks now. I said, oh, let's get together at the end of the month. But if he's busy, he's busy. I don't think if he phones, and because I know the man's busy. But like at the end of the day, it's like even with my back, it's like I'm still doing. I'm off the tablets now. I'm on tablets for about 1.5 weeks, something like that. But it's like work. It's just like a lot of it's working on myself.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
like healing that way. I'm still doing my. Um, I do a lot of meditation. I find meditation is really good. I can, also there's a lot of other spiritual people out there. Sometimes I can take a little bit from them too, to help guide me in what I'm doing. So I take a little bit of everything, but the key part is the Akashic records. But
Yeah, it is life-changing. It's difficult to explain to someone who hasn't actually done it, how
absolutely,
you're just never ever going to be alone again for the rest of your life because you just know you could be stranded on a desert island.
yeah,
You would just not be alone. You will
I
have
would,
beautiful guides with you, um,
yeah,
and they just waiting there for you to open the records and connect with them and uh,
yeah.
assist you in all these different ways. So yeah,
I always remember, when you say about how it's affected you in different things, one of the most amazing things was when we opened up when we went the dragon initiation, when we went to Lemuria. Oh my God, that was incredible. That was. And
I'm actually feeling emotional quite now, right now as you're talking. It's all bringing back all the memories, and I'm actually
I'm saying when you go there,
yeah.
sort of go back into that, and it's instantly in your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the thing that astounds me all the time is that dragons are portrayed as these fire-breathing, angry, unreasonable. But it's complete opposite. They fill me up with so much love, and
Oh, absolutely.
they're the ones that make me actually cry.
Yeah.
Get to me every time. There's so much love from them coming forward. So beautiful.
When I said that, I remember when we was in Lemuria and we landed on the grass.
Yeah.
Then when we was on the grass, and then there was the dragon there, and the dragon winked at me like that, and it just
Sorry.
winked. And I remember that. I was like, "Oh wow, that's amazing!" You know what I mean? And and when all the dragons were there, you
Yeah.
could just feel their love, and it's like a welcome home type of thing.
Yeah.
I felt very. That's why I'm always really interested about going into the dragons, and because
Yes.
what they tell me is also, like I said, with my Reiki and then sending Reiki to Mother Earth, which I do all the time.
Yes.
A lot of the readings I've had is mostly about helping Mother Earth.
Yeah. There.
I feel in some way because I've been, doing it, sending healing. Because I think that's what I got into Reiki for, was actually to send Reiki to Mother Earth, because I haven't had many clients, only like Lily, or working on myself. But and now with the dragons also, um, I think that's what they want me to do, and that's why in a way I'm not really worried about starting it. But when we start, but then I can still, as far as I'm concerned, I'm still sending the healing to the earth.
Yes.
So it's like I'm not in a rush. I'm still working in some way, but it's like an enjoyable
Yeah.
path. It's not like, oh, I gotta do this, or I gotta do that, or whatever. I just send it, and I feel it, and I know something is happening. So
Absolutely. And I love that I love that you and Lily do that and that you're such giving people. And I know that you do a lot of healing for people that you meet in your everyday work
yeah,
experience.
yeah.
And I think that's so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful.
Well, they say, I know there's still a reason that I'm in the hospital, because people say to me, they say, "Oh, you're such a lovely, lovely guy," and they say you keep it all lovely and clean for us and everything like that. And I help where I can. I mean, you're not just a cleaner. You chat to them, and
Yeah.
I look out for some of the people who are on their own and they haven't got no family or anything like that. And they're the ones I'm more drawn to,
Yeah.
because I feel, do they feel like they're left out? And I never want to leave them out. And like spirit, or like the angels and whatever, they sort of guide me to work with certain people. And as I'm talking to them, I'm bringing in the energy. I'm bringing in that love energy. And then they change then, and they lift up, and then they say, "Oh, thank you so much for, what's your name?" And I say, "Oh, Stephen, thank you so much for talking to me today."
Yeah.
I just feel like they're like, you can, and I felt that more since I've done the Akashic Records. I found it more because I'm working with it in my everyday life.
Yes.
So each and every one that I'm working with on the boards, and there's a lot of people on the boards, and even like I go on awards, I'm singing and all. I go, "Why are you singing?" I said, "I'm happy." You know, it's okay to be happy, isn't it? And I go, "Yeah, but we don't usually hear people sing." I said, "Well, we'll sing then, don't we?" When the sun's rising in the morning, I said, "Look at the sun. Look at the beauty." I said, "What would you do without the sun?"
Yeah, exactly. But I think that there is unfortunately a culture of people getting caught up in as much negative news as they can.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
they drum on and on and on about it, and they make themselves sick, they make themselves miserable, and that we know that opens the door to entities coming in. Unfortunately, when we bang on about the negatives and bang on, it's okay to be realistic and say there's some
Yeah.
problems in the world. I'm not going to say there aren't any. But at the same time, you get more of what you focus on. So if somebody is in that negative way and they see you so happy,
Yeah.
it might start a question within them to say, why is Stephen so happy? Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
focusing on a different outlook. He's got a different outlook. He's got the guides behind him, and yeah, that sort of thing. And you can talk to dragons. So,
Yeah.
who wouldn't be happy if they could talk to dragons?
Absolutely. And it's
Mhm.
all bang on, because at the end of the day, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I watch some programs, but only like Deal or No Deal, just still fun little ones like in Repair Shop,
Yeah,
something creative. But the news, I don't watch it.
I can't either.
Not at all. I don't do it. I don't do the news.
No.
Also, what I feel then is everyone, like in work, they're sort of, oh, moaning about this, moaning about. I'm like, oh,
Mm.
she's still stuck in that vibration,
And
low.
then they also wonder why bad things happen to them because they are on that they are actually attracting it to themselves by beating that drum over and over again about how negative and terrible everything is. Then they actually draw it to themselves, and they haven't kind of realized that that's what they're doing. That's the pattern, and they're addicted to it. They're addicted to that negativity. Uh,
Yeah,
so it's just quite a terrible thing. So. I think I'm also setting up another group to send love into the world, similar to what you're doing. We've spoken about that on another call,
Yeah.
and I think it's the world desperately needs that love. That
Oh,
love is such a high vibration, and we don't have to.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. We don't necessarily have to make each person do whatever, but just as sending love into the world,
Yeah.
definitely help people receive that vibration and feel less heavy-hearted,
Oh,
and hopefully be able to do something about their circumstances and unhook and break agreement
yeah.
with all of that negativity, and things that they're doing. So yeah, well done.
Because you know it's an amalgamation to me. So everything that I've done is still an amalgamation because I use everything that I've learned, and it's sort of like even the crystals, you know, even the cards. I do Archangel Metatron, and I always get advice and stuff like that. And also, I bought these color cards, and Spirit told me, Akashic Records spoke to me and said these color cards
Yeah.
and and Archangel Metatron cards work together. They're very high. It's a nice high vibration.
Yes.
The cards are really colorful, and it gives you advice on different things. And then you've got Archangel Metatron too. So I sort of use those cards also.
Yes. After your advice, I bought them, if you can see.
Oh wow, yes.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, aren't they? Line of line. Yeah.
Same pack, yeah.
Impact.
What do you think? What do you feel about them? I feel the energy is absolutely amazing with them.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I can feel that whoever brought them forward, they were channeling the energy of Metatron for sure. You can feel the energy. And I have different ones in different days in different
Yeah.
places. I love
Yeah.
the Flower of Life one because that one
Oh,
makes me feel energized. Yeah.
you know what? The Flower of Life one is incredible because I was in town once and Lily had bought a lovely mirror for the room.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, I love these mirrors. So I went in town myself on one day off. I just wanted to do some shopping. And then I seen this mirror on the wall and
Yeah.
it had the flower of creation on it, you know.
Oh, amazing.
So I bought it. It's in our bedroom, it is.
Yes.
And I bought some crystals for Lily for Mother's Day. Actually, I give her some crystals before that. But I got her a selenite plate, a
Oh, right.
plate, and it's inscribed. It's got all the. It's engraved the flower of life.
Oh,
So, so I've never seen that before. So I'm just thinking, I've never ever seen that. And then and with the flower of creation, it just seems to be like where I'm just creating, and just going with it. And so I give Lily some of them, and bought her some crystal earrings. She loves crystals, any case, you know. So
absolutely.
yeah, and
Absolutely.
I just feel that before I started the Akashic Records, I was always trying to me too hard.
Ah, okay.
Felt I was trying too hard, but like now that I've sort of just relaxed with it, and I just trusted the process, and it just works so much easier when you have no expectations, because it's a learning in itself, it's
Yes.
and the like I say, Catherine, the we haven't still even finished all the homework you give us, but I just think, well, I'll probably understand that more at a different level another time. So
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about that. I'm
Good.
just thinking that when it happens, it happens.
Yes.
So it's
No, I know. I've been teaching for a while, and it is some people do the course and then they start reading for others straight away, and others take a whole year of integrating it into other modalities that they have already used. And I do have a lot of students that come, they might already be hypnotists, or they
yeah,
might be like yourself, a medium,
yeah,
and then they add another string to the bow, but they are given quite a lot of information. And also they can then open their own records and find out what should they be doing and what is their divine blueprint and things like that. Yeah, so it's
exactly.
great
So,
advice.
yeah, there's always a lot to be worked on, and I always get excited. I've never lost that excitement about it.
Yeah,
I don't tell anyone what I do in work because I don't need to do that
No,
because there are a lot of low vibration frequencies there. And I think, no, like before, I said, yeah, I do this, I do that, I do that. I'm like, now it's like, woo.
no, no, I agree. I've noticed if
Yeah.
you've got to get people coming to you twice and asking you twice why your life is so magical before you actually give the information, because then they're really ready to hear it. I agree with that. Yeah.
The only thing I have given, sorry, I say that. The only thing I have sort of this boy in work, Jamie, lovely guy. Really, I sense his energy. He's really good energy, and he lost his mum, and actually his father before, but he lost his mum, and he was like searching for answers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I said to him, well, to help you along the way, there's a guy in America called Matt Fraser. He's one of the best mediums I've ever listened to, you know.
Yes.
If you can go out there and just listen to what he says, even just for 5 minutes or whatever, the information that man knows is unbelievable, unbelievable. Out of all the mediums and everything that I've ever, he's only a young boy.
Yeah.
He is amazing. So I give him I said, oh, just have a little look. Just have a look at Matt Fraser. There might be some things, and because I said, what it is, they want you to be happy.
They do.
They're already happy. They've served their purpose here in life.
Mhm.
They're always with you. They're always around you. And at the end of the day, you can't destroy love. Love is everlasting, I said. And if the message would be, we want you to enjoy your life.
Absolutely.
This medium, I said, he'll help you understand that, Loads. I give him one, it's got 314 videos, virtual reading, and I said you can just go on that and just one after another after another and just see what this man is about. The information, they're like, what? You
So,
ever knew that?
so what is his name? How do you spell it?
Matt Matt Fraser Fraser.
Oh,
He's
right, there you go. Okay.
he's
Yeah.
he's he's America's number one medium. Yeah,
Mm.
because his grandmother was a medium before him, but I think he was something like an ENT, in the medical
Yes.
profession.
Yeah.
And he thought that was his thing, but he had it when he was younger, but he shut it off, he shut it down, and
Yeah.
come back and the medium said, oh, you should be carrying on the work of your nana,
Yeah. Well, hands up who's ever shut everything off. Yeah. I've done it. Yeah, I've done it.
Absolutely. And then he realized that that's what his purpose was, and the guy is smashing it. He's
Yeah.
helping so many people around the world, so many. And I think everyone's got their own way of doing things and helping and the earth plane. We're waking. I know we're waking up. But everything is on a slower vibration here. It has to be because we have to integrate it and learn it and keep on learning it. And so I can just see it opening up more and more and more. But I seen him the other day and he said, Steve, he said, I've listened to some of those videos.
Yeah.
And he said, they're really good. He said, I'm understanding it a bit more. So really, it's like where the mediumship is, it's sort of like putting them on that little track, a little bit of healing for them, a little bit of an understanding then
Yeah.
of how it all works, and that he really doesn't have to worry about his mum.
Yeah.
It's always with him integrated. Um, so yeah, so I just let them sort of figure it out for themselves. I'm just giving them some of the tools that they can learn.
There's a lot of people that feel very guilty about things. They don't really understand what happens when we cross over. And they can live in a lot of pain and turmoil and suffering
Yeah,
because they don't understand that actually when we get to the other side, everything is forgiven, everything is beautiful, everything is magical. And yeah, that's so quite amazing when the record keepers and guides bring that information forward for us.
I've got two of his books, and all Lily bought them for Christmas.
Oh, yes.
I've only actually I've only read a couple of pages where I've just been so busy, and I just Oh, he's absolutely amazing. And there's, like you said, there's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of different things. I didn't say goodbye to him. I didn't do this. I do that. But sometimes they wait for you to go out of the room
Mm.
and they want to
Yeah,
pass on their own,
they do. Yeah, they do.
you know, and they think, oh, I never say goodbye and this and that, you know. But I just,
Yeah.
well, it's never really goodbye.
No, no, absolutely.
Really
Absolutely
goodbye.
not.
So helping and guiding us. Little do we know how many guides we've got around us, and just but not only that. It's not just this life. We don't die. It's
Exactly. Yeah, keep
it's an eternity of life. You know.
kinetic energy. We just keep changing form and doing something different.
Absolutely.
Exciting.
So I like I always say to people, see it as an adventure, not
Yeah,
as a trial or whatever. We're here. We chose to come here. That's what we chose to do. We chose our family. We chose our friends. We chose what we do. We chose everything. And when we realize that, then we got to try and find out what what it is that
what
we.
was I thinking?
Of course, I chose it. Yeah, well, yeah. I feel your way into it. You know.
No, I've made peace with everybody that I've chosen. I have made peace with it and I've
Oh,
fixed all the relationships, thank goodness.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have said to me, there's no way they chose that family. I said, I know how you feel. But we did it on purpose so that we learned. And I think that's also something that people struggle with. They feel like they're being punished and they must have been so bad in a past life when actually the karma type things are happening for us,
Yes.
not
Not
um
again.
not against us. Yeah, it's for us to grow and overcome and deal with stuff so that we can move on. Yeah, absolutely.
It has to happen like that for you to sit up and take notice, you know?
Absolutely. I think that I kind of liken it to the school system. You have to go into school and learn stuff so that you grow. If you
Yeah,
didn't go to school, you wouldn't learn, then you wouldn't improve yourself. You just
exactly.
exactly, and that's what this third dimension is. It's school. It's school. It's a tough school. There's
It
some really tough lessons.
But also in mediumship, also they say, you know, when you go back, sometimes you go back and you see your star friends. You know, people who've had near-death experiences. I've so many near-death experiences, and they've gone back and they've seen their star friends, but they can't remember. And they laugh and he goes, "Oh, he can't remember. He doesn't know who we are." Yeah,
Yeah.
our star race, as you know very well know yourself, because
I do, I know. But I go through the records and I have met myself. I've
yeah,
met myself in my, as a nocturne. I was one of the, what you would call an explorer, one of my past lives as a nocturne. But I used to spend a lot of time on my own exploring. So that was quite interesting. And I don't mind being on my own in this lifetime either. I'm quite comfortable in my own space.
I
But
was told I was an explorer too.
and then meeting the Syrians as well. Oh, that is just breathtaking. I just love meeting up with them. It's just
Yeah,
life-changing. Yeah.
and and it's things like that, and then see like what happens then. There's so many things that's come into my mind, like, and it's like so after you've had your life review and different things like that, and also you go back then to where you come from, whatever star system that is, and then they say, what was it like on Earth? What was it like on Earth?
Yeah,
Because it's such an amazing, it's one of the hardest things in the universe is to come here. And
absolutely.
they tell them about what it's like here.
Yeah.
There's so much creation. This like it's teeming with life. The Earth.
Absolutely. The experiences are incredible because nowhere else in the universe do you get to feel the sun or have experiences of taste, sound, touch. It's
Absolutely.
very different where they are.
Yeah.
And our bodies are very dense, but they also experience things in a different way.
Yeah.
So it's really, really incredible. I agree. And they tell me all the time how brave we are to come to
Yeah.
the third dimension because of all the pitfalls here. I think one of the biggest things that they say, the star people, they say that their bodies are quite transparent and strengthen, and that allows them to easily connect back to source. So they feel the love of God, the creator, the energy of that every day of their lives.
Yeah,
Whereas when you come into a physical human body, the veil can get very thick and you can feel disconnected from that loving feeling.
absolutely.
And and you can experience dark entities here in a very different way. So it can be very scary here and very unpleasant and very painful. There's a lot of physical pain here. And because the star people, they always know that love is, they feel the love and they feel that love vibration all the time.
Oh yeah,
Imagine like feeling removed from it. Uh,
yeah.
they think that must be so painful, and they know it's true. It's
Oh,
true.
for
It's
sure.
very painful if you get removed from that energy. So
Well, you know, it's we're cut off on purpose, you know, for us to find our way back.
yeah.
But like, you know, coming again, say like to near-death experiences, when they come out of the body, that's it. There is no pain because they're back to who they are instantly,
Yeah.
and they know everything instantly, and they know all the love that's there, which is given to them in bucket loads, you know, where there's, they even can say, "Oh, I can't take this much love. It's I feel like I'm going to explode," you know. And then you got your mother or your auntie or whatever coming, oh, you haven't done your work, you got to go back. I said, what do you mean go back? I don't want to go back. I want to stay in the love. No, no, you signed a contract to come down here. You still got work to do. And of course, when a lot of people come back, they get a bit depressed for a while because of being in that love energy.
Mm.
It is unconditional, you know. I think sometimes it is conditional, you know, but it's totally the opposite to conditional. So
Exactly.
yeah, and it takes a long time for them, especially before when near-death experiences weren't talked about. But obviously, you
Mhm.
know, everything's opened up, so and people understand it. But it could be like even 10 years before people, you know, integrate their experience and everything, you know, and then come back with some gifts and different things.
Absolutely.
Share that with the world.
And I find the ones that are willing to forgive are the ones that just skyrocket through the third dimension, skyrocket through their challenges, skyrocket into back to love. They get back to love super fast.
Yeah.
Um, the Merkaba and forgiveness and
Oh gosh.
gratitude as well, gratitude.
One
But
of the biggest ones, gratitude.
yeah,
I've
gratitude.
been learning that for so much. You know, since I've been with the Akashic Records, gratitude is, like you say, is key. It's a key part of doing the Akashic Records. Is
Absolutely.
gratitude for everything, you know, because people just think it's a given, you know, but you have to give gratitude
Mhm. Absolutely.
to absorb everything.
Absolutely. And we take so much for granted in our Western world. We expect a comfortable bed. We expect,
Yeah,
warm clothes and things. We expect food. We expect it. And
yeah,
actually, when we start to actually be so grateful for it, we get more and more and more. So it's
uh,
actually a very amazing experience. And forgiveness as well. Um,
yes.
the more I forgive, the more I get. It's just like this magic wand.
Well,
Um,
we're not
it opens.
we're
Yeah.
not carrying anything with us then. We're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
carrying anything.
exactly. Carry those burdens, let them go, forgive them.
Yeah.
Amazing. And the record keepers and guides tell me all the time that everything has been forgiven there, up there, in what we
Yes.
would call heaven.
Yes.
We would call that heaven, I suppose, and that every single thing has been forgiven.
Yeah.
And then people say, "Oh, I'm not ready to forgive yet." And then I say, "Well, it's up to you if you want to move forward. If you want to bob and just stay in the same place, bobbing about,
Yeah.
really moving anywhere, that's your choice. If you want to hold on to all that negativity and drag more and more and more to you, that's fine. That's your choice.
Yeah.
That's what you've got here. But the ones that forgive, they just fly like it's
Yeah.
amazing, right up to the sun. It's great central sun.
You
Boom.
know, and it's so also, you know, like if you see, like if you see people on the street, like me and Lily, we'll buy them sandwich or a drink or sandwich at a meal deal or whatever. Because the one important thing is it doesn't matter who you are, what you are. You know, yeah, we all chose our situation, but we can all help each other along the way. which makes it easier for everyone. So
And I think everybody takes for granted their lifestyle when actually, if I see somebody who's on the street,
yeah.
I think it can happen so fast.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I
Mm.
always never say you never know. You never know.
Blows my mind how quickly, boom, you could get there. It just amazes me.
I not long ago we went to Lidl or Aldi, sorry, Aldi, and there was a man outside. He was giving the big issue.
Yes.
So I said to him, I said, I haven't got no money to give you, but I said, are you hungry? He said, yeah. I said, I can get you a meal deal,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he was looked like an immigrant. He might be, he might not have been, but looked like he would obviously he was on the street because he wouldn't be selling the big issue.
Yeah.
And I just come on. I said, what would you like? And he said, oh, just a chicken sandwich and drink. What drink do you want? Oh, water. So I got him a big bottle of water and a chicken sandwich, and we hugged, you know.
Yeah. That's so beautiful.
And I thought to myself, it was great, you know.
Yeah.
Went past him, finger. But then also for him to know that he is loved,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, and there are people out there
Exactly.
who,
Exactly.
who will give you that love and support.
Absolutely. And I did learn, one of my brothers took a lot of drugs, and I learned very quickly not to give him any money, but I would give him food as
Oh, yeah,
well.
yeah,
Yeah. And my mum would put money on a card for him so that he could get food, but he couldn't get drugs. So
yeah,
it's like that. But I know it's up to the person if they want to spend their money on whatever, that's their
yeah.
choice. But I personally would like to know that I'm actually helping somebody get some
Absolutely.
nutrition into their
Yes.
physical body, and maybe that will help them make a better choice. I don't know. I haven't been in that situation, but yeah, I know what you mean.
It
It's
just fills me with joy to help somebody else, you know.
absolutely, yeah,
Less
absolutely.
fortunate, you know, and down on their luck a bit, you know. So
Yeah, it happens so quickly, and just the way the world is set up, you're either in thriving or, or you're surviving. And I'd like more people to be thriving.
yeah, oh,
But
absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
And I just feel more grounded within myself, and you know,
yeah,
not taking everything for granted, you know, and like seeing it as an adventure and just
absolutely.
help who you can be. Because also what I learned from the from you know um, near death experiences and things like that. It's not the big things you do for people; it's the small things.
Absolutely. It's the little things that add up. Yeah, definitely.
Even a smile.
I know, I know.
Smile that, you know, some like an old pensioner. I always try and smile to the pensioners, and in hospital, I love the old people, and I always spend a lot of time, you know, and they're very wise and all, you know, and they've led some great lives, and I just think to myself, they got so much wisdom, you know, and
Mhm.
you know, we can learn a lot from the older generation, and also we can learn a lot from the younger generation.
So I
Yeah,
am studying both. I'm studying both. I'm studying my nephew with keenness because he's very different. He is so different. I know he's brought up in a different time, and he doesn't have as much rigidity or strictness that I was brought up into. I was brought up, you do not breathe outside of this line, otherwise you will die. So I had that, but he doesn't have that. But at the same time, he's also very different. I don't think that he would have. I think he would have broken the rules despite the warnings, whereas I stayed inside the lines.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's very interesting to watch.
He's
And
working with the dragons, isn't he?
he is working, yes, you remember. He
Oh yeah, remember straight away. Soon, boom.
he downloads
I
them.
just see the dragon in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which dragon it is, but the dragon comes straight in.
Yeah, he downloads them and then he draws them
Yeah.
in his 8-year-old handwriting, and then he gives me a little bit of information about them. And then I've actually put together a book for him, where they're illustrated properly and put into the correct information and stuff like that. So yeah, we're having good fun with that.
What they said then, what I just got then, is it's all about the love within.
Yes. I
He's,
love.
he's working on that love energy,
Yes.
and I'm not kind of, they're just saying to me, because I see the dragon there, and he's like a red dragon.
Okay.
Um, yeah, he's working a lot with the love energy. That's what they're saying. That's only what they're saying.
Yes.
He's bringing the love.
Yeah. Yeah.
To,
He's very sensitive and very sweet. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm also quite confident and super, super, super. I'm always quite impressed if I know something that he doesn't know. It's like
yeah,
he's only 8, and I think I have to beat him at something. He just whatever he tells me, I think that can't be true, and I'll go look it up. Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Knows it.
The crazy thing is, though, they just come downloaded. Where
Yeah, he's downloaded it.
through
Yeah.
through the hardships of it, and
Yeah.
obviously that's why we chose to learn that way. But
Yeah.
now the young ones, they come and they so much that they can tell us now, and
Ab-
like really, they're going to be the teachers.
yes.
We're helping along the way, but the young one, indigos, the rainbows, whatever you want to call them, they come in downloaded. They don't have to worry about, even like when they're a baby, they know not to touch anything hot. They know what cold is. They know all these things. They come down. They're so downloaded, and
And the history he tells me,
oh yeah,
and blows my mind.
we
Blows my
have to
mind.
listen to these people,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
children, because and that's one thing I've researched lots of stuff, and they're the way showers now. They're the way showers, and we really gotta listen to them, because for too many years the young ones have been told to just be quiet, but
Yeah.
now
Well, I was told that. Be quiet. Yeah.
yeah, but now it's like I want to hear what you've got to say. Please show me what you know. Let's share it together. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's share that love. And I'm feeling that in my heart when I'm talking about you. But I'm talking
And keeping it together.
his grandson and all come,
Yeah.
sorry, your nephew, sorry,
Nephew, nephew. Yeah.
sorry, your nephew, and I'm just feeling that like love coming in with him, and I feel that yeah, they want to like share that energy, like share, like you say sharing the energy there, and he
Yes.
does know a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Telling me he knows so much, but what they want you to do is talk to him and share all your share everything that you've got together,
Yeah.
and oh my God, he's going to
Yeah.
blossom so much,
It's beautiful.
because it's not a one-way thing, it's a two-way thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I hope that I can just give him some guidance that if
For sure. Oh,
yeah,
there's no doubt in that. They said to share. That's what I got.
and I'm sure I saw something on social media recently about how there's a program to get youngsters and elderly together, so that so there's better quality of life and
Yes.
better everything's improved. So, and that happens in the blue zones around the world. The people that are living the longest
Yeah.
are the ones that are included in the family in all the generations. And they are actually stimulated till a very long old age, and they feel needed and
Mm.
feel part of the community. So they are living longer because they've got a much better quality of life. So you're quite right there.
Because they feel like they're loved, and they don't feel the ones that's on their own feel that separation, and
There.
they
Yeah,
just feel like they're there waiting to die.
that's it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not, but like a funny thing which pops in my mind now. I was talking to a lady the other day on the wards. She couldn't see very well. She was kind of a bit blind a bit.
Okay.
She was asking for a charger and all that. So I said, you can always put your charger in, and
Yeah.
you connect to the BT Wi-Fi. I said, nothing will cost you any money. It's all good. And she said it's absolutely great. She said because she's on WhatsApp, but
Yeah.
she can connect with her grandson. I think she got two grandchildren, but she
Yeah.
said I can see him. I could see him online. They're going to talk to her now. That's why she wanted the phone charge. But I said, have you got an iPad in the house? She said, yeah.
Yeah.
But a daughter's, I said, just ask your daughter to bring it in and the charger. And I said, you will be, because she can't see very well, see on the phone. She said, I'd like to see him a bit better. That's why I asked her about an iPad. Bring the iPad in, you can see him clearly then.
Yes, that's a good idea. Good
So, I
idea.
always say to him, and you'll never ever feel alone. And
Yeah,
I say, well, you can talk to people, throughout the day. You never feel alone because we're always connected now and everything is growing. The internet is a great thing, which she agrees with. And, and she said, yes, you're quite right. She said, because if she can talk to people, then she feels she's still within their lives, whereas, she doesn't have to go outside. Well, it's nice if they meet him, but I think it's only a daughter that comes to see her. But then she can still see her grandchildren online, and see.
yeah, still connected. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Wow, amazing. Gosh, well, I think we could talk forever, couldn't we?
That's the problem, me. I talk about that.
No, well, this is one of my favorite subjects, but I do have to get ready for my teaching the Merkaba level 2 this after well after this call. So, and I love teaching it, and it's actually quite interesting because I'm not the type of person that likes to repeat myself. And yet, when I'm teaching any of the 8-week workshops, I'm so excited. I'm engaged. I'm
Yeah.
interested. It doesn't matter how many times I teach it. I just can't wait to teach it again. That is weird. That shows you that there's a lot of energy around the workshops that are
Absolutely. Yeah.
very
And
beautiful.
and what I'm getting there now is saying, when I said to you before, when I give you a reading, and
Mm.
he said that, that's what you're here to do, to wake people up and to help people. And because also you are a master, and then to actually to do that work, and you're fulfilling that right now, and there's so many. And if you can understand now about WhatsApp and how it's growing and how that interaction with everybody else that's growing, and that all come from one person, originally from you, because it was your idea to be able to do that and to open it up to so many more people. So look at how you're opening up to each and everyone now in their lives and your life. So
Making me blush. Thank you, Stephen. Thank
it's
you.
an ongoing thing. It's an
Yeah.
ongoing.
But actually, I can't take all the credit. The record keepers and guides told me to do this work. So, and they were right. They were right. I agreed with them. At first, I thought they were crazy. I thought, oh, like, oh, are you sure? Yeah, I'm not a teacher. What are you talking about? I think you got the wrong person. You've dialed in the wrong number. But so they started laughing, and I said, "Oh, are you laughing at me? You
Yeah,
laugh at me."
it's just so funny because sometimes we just think, well, why not me?
I know, but I just I couldn't. When they first told me, I just really, I'll never ever forget that emotion that I had. And I think I had such a shock because I knew they were right. I knew I could feel the truth in what they were saying, and that's why it shook me
Well,
so deeply.
when I just said that, then that's what it reminded me, and that's what come back then, and also your nephew, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
really saying about really, really coming together, and
yeah.
learn a lot because he's only just starting. He is.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see what he does. It's going to be
That's so
amazing.
exciting. Watch this space
Yeah.
because oh man, he's gonna come up with some stuff.
Yeah. And can you imagine if I was his age and I said to my parents, I'd like to put together a dragon book?
Yeah.
They would have died of embarrassment. Oh, don't talk about that. That's terrible. We don't want a child that does all these things. So it's so magical that his parents are, I mean, they're constantly shocked by him, but they don't stop him. They don't squish him, which is
Right.
so nice. I'm so excited.
That's a blessing. That's a
Yeah.
blessing, and that's why he's here for. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that they do that with him because
Yeah.
that's when he's gonna grow, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's allowed
absolutely.
to speak. He's allowed to say what he needs to say because whatever he's got to say is important because it's all to do with love.
It is. Yes.
You tell,
Love.
you tell me then that you'd integrate. I mean, well, watch the space with him because he's
Yeah.
amazing.
But you are too, Steve. You're very, very switched on, very connected. I love how you've taken the Akashic Record work that I've done and you've just brought it into other parts of your life. It's
Yeah.
shifting and changing and it just bowls me over. And I really so enjoy our discussions. Really, really,
No,
really.
but
Thank
yeah,
you.
but like we say, it's not about. It's about integrating it, and it's about using it, and it's about um, helping to put yourself out there in the world. So you're part of the oneness, and everyone's got something to say. And I take on board, what people gotta say to me, and then whatever I say back to them.
Absolutely.
It's not just a one-way street; it's a two-way street. It has to be, because then we never ever learn.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
know it's just ongoing, and I know that everything is in divine perfection,
Yeah. True.
and everything is how it's supposed to be, where we are, and we will absolutely see our time. And it will be, wow, you went to Earth. And we've
Yeah,
learned. Also, we've had fun on the way,
we have. We got the t-shirts, or all the t-shirts. Yeah, we got all the t-shirts.
Yeah. So, you know,
Thank you so much. I hope that you have a very blessed day, rest of your day, very magical rest of your day.
less magical and
Thank you.
today.
And I'm sure we'll catch up soon and we'll have another discussion very soon. So thank you.
So how's that for you? Was that okay?